Clean, classy, freshly shaved, straight out of the barbershop. This one's a banger. Hello, welcome back to Seldomly Often. I'm Daniel. Today we're talking fragrances, and this is a practical review of Tom Ford Beau De Jour. These reviews are for fragrances I have a lot of experience with, multiple wears and many occasions, and are meant to give you a general idea of what it feels like to wear the fragrance. As per usual, I do a lot of research before buying the fragrances, but in these videos I don't really plan on going over details about notes and accords. I don't really feel it reflects what it feels like to be wearing the fragrance, and it's not useful for the general user. So let's get into the presentation as per usual. Tom Ford Beau De Jour. This is now part of the signature line. It came back from the private line. These are sold into these chunky little bottles. In this case, it's a 50 ml. I really like this one. I think it works perfectly with the scent. It's, again, hefty. It's glass. You have these like ridges that reflect the light. I like the chrome plate. I like the chrome cap. The cap is friction based, and the sprayer, unfortunately, is the usual bad Tom Ford sprayer. Let's get a spray. Yeah, it's just tiny spray, very fine, hard to aim, and it's just a shame, especially for the price of these things. As I mentioned in my other video, I have a very strong affinity with the brand Tom Ford. I really like them as a brand. They got me into fragrances to start, and even today they have a really good offering. With interesting scents and for many use cases, and this one is one of them. So let's talk about the scent for Beau De Jour. Beau De Jour is a classic barbershop fougere for men. And this is a very manly, masculine scent. It reminds me of when I used to go to the barber as a kid, and after the cut, the barber, which was very old school, he used to blast me with this fragrance or just like cheap cologne that would smell kind of like this. So this one here is a very much of a evocative scent for me. It reminds me of that. It reminds me of an older gentleman with class, but in a very refined way, and somewhat with a modern twist. So upon initial spray, you get this blast of fresh lavender. And yes, I said I wouldn't cover notes, but lavender is so iconic and recognizable that I think it's really easy to pinpoint. The lavender in this gives it this really clean, uplifting, fresh opening that really brings life to the scent, and it really brings you back to that barbershop vibe. The scent then evolves a little bit. It goes to, as the lavender fades, as the bouquet of flowers of lavender fades, you go into this aromatic mid, which is characterized by a lot of green, a lot of like green spices. So you could say something like, maybe there's some mint, maybe there's some basil, I'm not really sure. There's some oiliness in there, maybe some rosemary. A lot of like this green vibe going on, and it's very aromatic, very manly in the center. And as the scent dries down, it kind of like all this takes a step back, and it leaves place to this like warmth on the skin. This warmth and this ambery warmth. But more than all, what I love about the dry down of this, and the mid and the dry down, is a sense of creaminess, of incredible creaminess that comes from this. It's a creaminess that many have referred to as like a shaving cream, but this is such a photorealistic shaving cream, like a high quality, old school, foamy, thick shaving cream that just is like covers, and it just stays there. It's not like the bubbly kind that really just like disappears right away. It's the really high quality, creamy, minty, just like soft shaving cream. This is like the most amazing part of this fragrance, and that's what stays the longest. If you spray this, again, you get that lavender, but then this like insane aromatic shaving cream just like takes over, and it stays for the duration of the scent. Speaking of duration, although this is a fresh scent, it's surprisingly durable. I mean, you can wear this the whole day. Is it a 12-hour wear? No, but it easily covers a full workday. And speaking of workday, I think that wearing this to work is the perfect scenario. If you have like an office job where you're required to be somewhat presentable, this has that clean, professional feeling that will just aid to any kind of like office attire. It's so inoffensive, it's so respectable, it just works. And it lasting those 6 to 8 hours make it really like the perfect office scent. And as I said, it complements the attire. And when you get home, this kind of fades off. You take off your office attire and you're ready for something more cozy, something that will just cuddle you into the evening. This is fantastic. I really think it's uplifting. It's energetic. It really gives you motivation when you wear it in the morning just to go to work. I wear this often. I've never gotten any compliments, but I really get a feeling that this is appreciated, like the proper man. I know it sounds ridiculous and kind of old-fashioned, but this does bring that old-fashioned vibe back. This is kind of that. So as a Tom Ford aficionado, I was listening to this interview with him, and the guy interviewing Tom Ford asked him at some point, he was like, "You smell really good, what are you wearing?" And Tom Ford said, "I'm wearing Beau De Jour." Funnily enough, on Parfum and on Fragrantica, you get these references of people saying that this is what Tom Ford would smell like in their imagination. I kind of get it. It's a very, again, classy. It's just classy, understated in a way. Just like I don't need to prove anything with any other crazy fragrance. I just need to wear something that just like shows off as clean and professional. Is this the most unique, crazy, and bold smelling Tom Ford out there? Absolutely not. I mean, this is nothing compared to like ombre leather, like Tuscan leather, or just different stuff like Oud Mineral. This is not like that. This is a very simple fragrance that I bet, I mean, it being a fougere, like a barbershop fougere, I bet that there are a lot of fragrances out there that smell similar. I'm not really into this style. When I smelled this, I kind of was just taken back a little bit, but then that creaminess of the shaving cream hit me, and I immediately was like, I gotta have this. This is so realistic, so photorealistic. It really brings back memories. So just to recap, this is a great spring and summer fragrance. It's fresh and uplifting, great for the warmer temperatures, but if you wear this in the office, you're in climatized environment anyway, so this kind of works all year round. It really depends on what you want to associate this with. To me, I don't know, I strongly associate to professional life, so this really doesn't go anywhere else other than work. But there, it really, really shines. Thanks for watching, thanks for all the support. As per usual, please feel free to engage with me in the comments. I am happy to reply to everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you again. Cheers.